Good morning. How is everyone today? It's warm but a little bit cloudy, but it's still nice to at least not be raining, and we've got beautiful weather, so something to be grateful for. So the question I have for you today is, who do you actually listen to? As a business owner and entrepreneur, do you do the things that people tell you to do? Okay, now this can have many different levels. Now, one of the things that you will often hear me talk about is mindset. And one of the things that I sometimes find really frustrating, and that is when people say, don't do something. Now, I'm not saying that every decision that you make, everything in a business you should do. What I'm saying to you is often the people who say don't take that leap. Now, the question I have is, are they business owners themselves? Are they entrepreneurs? Do they actually understand what you are doing? Do they understand your why? Okay. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is one of the things that I have come across so frequently is where people who have never owned a business before think they know what you should do within your business. And they will tell you, for example, they'll tell you, well, perhaps you should close the business down, or perhaps you should slow things down a little bit. Perhaps you should consider getting a job rather than a business, okay? Particularly if, for example, and I know over the last 12 plus months or so, there has been a lot of feeling of being unsettled, I guess, because we just didn't know what the future held in our businesses. Now, I took the decision, as everybody knows, last year to shut my law firm down. And to be honest, it was the best decision I could have made for me. Now, people were telling me for years that I should walk away from it, but I had to make the decision in my own time at the right point for me as a business owner, not based on when everybody else thought I should walk away. Now, this is for me where it's so important that you are around people who understand your mindset, who understand business, who you're on the same wavelength. Now, I'm not saying that you don't spend time with people who aren't business owners. They're your friends, they're your family. But what I'm saying to you is, the people that you hang around with, the TV that you watch, the books that you read influence how you think. Okay? So if you are, for example, always with people who aren't business owners and entrepreneurs, you are going to be influenced by their way of thinking and their potential mindset. Now, one of the things that, like recently, I've finished reading the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And to be honest, I genuinely wished I'd read that book 15 years ago, because I would have done things so differently had I had the opportunity to read that book sooner or knew more about it. Because one of the key things that he talks about is, he talks about the rat race, and he talks about the fact that everybody has this mentality about going to work, earn money, you have a house, etc., etc. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you will become wealthy, because ultimately you are literally one moment away from being homeless or poverty, because ultimately you're then relying on that job. Whereas if you're self-employed and you are a business owner, it's all down to you. Now, some people think that having a job, that gives you security. But the question I'd say is, how much security does it in reality really give you? Because you are reliant on that one person to pay you your wages so that you can pay your bills, rather than being self-sufficient. Now, Rich Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, he also talks about in terms of a house, and he talks about the fact that if you own a house, it's not an asset, because ultimately you're always spending money on that asset. So how can it therefore be an asset? Anything that generates you money is an asset. Okay? So in that instance, like people's desire, and for example, I want to own property where I live. I'm currently in rented, and I'll openly admit that due to my relationship ending, it was the quickest and easiest solution for me. And I'm looking, because to being able to buy a property. I still want to be a property owner, and I'm working towards that. That's ultimately one of my goals. But for me, it's about having multiple income streams, not just from, for example, SLJ consultancy, but I want to own other property. I want to have stocks and shares, cryptocurrency, multiple income streams. That is the way in which you build assets. Now, people who and I'm not knocking the people who want to just have a job and go to work 9 to 5, and if they're satisfied and fulfilled in that environment, then good for them, okay? But I'm talking to people who are business owners, entrepreneurs. Us as business owners and entrepreneurs, we are not satisfied with that. That does not give us fulfillment. So what I'm saying to you is you need to be around the people who understand your mindset. So if, for example, you're having a moment where you're having a bit of a wobble, for example, where, you might have had a bit of a tough day, or you've had a piece of bad news, and you're wanting to try and move forward, talk to the people who understand what it's like to be a business owner and an entrepreneur. Don't listen to the people who don't actually get your wavelength. Yes, people will always care about you, even if they're not a business owner. They will. It's not the fact that they don't care, but they won't necessarily understand your perspective. And ultimately, the decision always comes down to you. What do you feel? What do you want? What are your goals? Okay. In my mind, nothing is impossible. As Audrey Hepburn says, it's in the word, I'm possible. Not impossible, I'm possible. So if you want to have that house, if you want to have those multiple income streams, if you want to have that multi-million pound business, you can achieve it. It is down to you and only you. So surround yourself with people who will encourage you to achieve those things. Surround yourself with people who will take you to that next level. And for me, that's something for me I'm really working on, is building that network. I want to be with people who will encourage and support me, not people who turn around and said, go and get a job. I'm not built for that. I know I'm not. I'm built to be an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I am a business owner. And I know by doing what I'm doing right now, I will and I am feeling fulfilled. I feel like my place on this planet is to help other business owners obtain the freedom that they want to do what they want when they want, by making their business as efficient and as effective as possible, by focusing on mindset, vision, systems, and processes. That is what I feel I've been put on this planet to do. I feel that my journey from the last 12 to 18 months has really helped me develop myself and work on my true calling. I thought my true calling was to be a lawyer. And I did make a difference. I know I did. I helped a number of my clients. But did I actually feel fulfilled? No. And I didn't realise how unhappy I was until I had taken that leap of faith and I made that change of direction. And now I feel happy. Everything isn't perfect. I'm not going to pretend my life is perfect. I don't think anybody's life is perfect. I still have obstacles. I still have challenges. But the way in which I face those obstacles and challenges are entirely different. And that is because I have changed my mindset and I have changed the people in which I associate with. Don't get me wrong, I have friends who aren't business owners, of course I do. And I value their perspective. But I don't necessarily put as much weight on their perspective because they're not a business owner. They don't know the journey that I'm going through. And everybody's journey, of course, is also different. But just think about who is influencing you and really think about, they may say they have their best interests, and I think they probably truly believe that they do. But as a business owner, you have got to think in a different way. Your mindset is always different. It is about abundance. It's about opportunity. It's about risk. And often people who are employed, say, aren't necessarily the risk takers. Us as entrepreneurs, we are risk takers. We've taken that leap of faith to start our own business, and we will have those moments of, oh my goodness, what on earth am I doing? But that doesn't mean you're on the wrong track or you're going down, your journey isn't right. The best way in which we learn is from those obstacles. And when we look at those obstacles, we look at them as opportunities to learn. That's the whole point of it. You will have obstacles put in the way. And one of my favorite books by Ryan, I think it's Ryan Holiday, is The Obstacle is the Way, because it is actually the obstacles that teach us the greatest lessons and gives us the greatest opportunities. So I'm hoping that something that I have said to you has resonated, because I'm really, really am passionate about helping businesses succeed and being there for business owners. And I think for me, one of the things that is so, so important is encouraging and supporting and being proud of not only my clients that are business owners, but also my friends that are business owners. I am proud of their successes. I want to congratulate them on their successes. I want to celebrate their successes. For both clients and friends who are business owners, I want them to succeed. And for me, the mindset is the fundamental piece that will take you there. Now, I've said this quote many, many a times, but in terms of success, 80% is based on mindset, 20% is based on hard work. And I genuinely believe if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. You can achieve. It's just all up here. So what I'm saying to people who, to business owners and entrepreneurs, celebrate each other, support one another, congratulate each other, and if something happens that doesn't go quite to plan, still provide them with the support. And for those of you who are listening who aren't business owners and entrepreneurs, support your friends and family that are business owners and entrepreneurs. Encourage them. Help them to believe that anything is possible, because I truly believe anything is possible. If you set your mind to it, you can achieve it. Now, if anything I have said resonates with you, then I am more than happy to have a conversation with you about how I can potentially help you and your business owner achieve that freedom that I have been talking about. So please do book in a strategy session with me. I will put, after I've closed this down, I will put the link in so that you can book a chat with me. There's no pressure. It's a free conversation, but I want to help business owners succeed. I want to help them go from good to great. I want them to go from to survive to thrive. I want to help you guys be the best that you can possibly be by focusing on that piece of mindset, vision, systems, and processes. And right now, I'm talking to you about mindset. Mindset is absolutely fundamental. So believe in yourself. As I said, it's in the word, as Audrey Hepburn says, it's not impossible, it's I'm possible. Remember that. Please let that resonate with you. So I hope you've had some benefit from what I've shared with you today. Like I said, if you want to book in a strategy session, then please do. And I hope that you all have a fantastic day and that the sun comes out rather than it remaining cloudy as it is, and that you have a great rest of the week. And no doubt I will be back on here again soon. So thanks for listening, and take care of yourselves.